Hi, my name is Jeffrey Smith. I'm a lead multiplayer designer. I mainly focus on multiplayer maps. I guess the biggest thing for us this game is single player. We really wanted to put it in the last game. We just ran out of time and didn't have the resources to do it, so that's a very big thing for us. Things that excite me about this game is our network system is a great way for players to group up and find other players to play with. It kind of harkens back to Counter-Strike and getting teams together. I think the coolest new weapons probably are some of the Grenader weapons. They're kind of a little bit different. There's the EPG, it's kind of the old rocket launcher type gun. We have the softball, which is kind of like the MGL, but a bit more pilot based. So those are a lot of fun. The Thunderbolt is quite fun as well. My favorite Titan is Tone. Just the way I play, I like the particle wall. I like the giving map awareness through his sonar ability to the rest of my team. And the 40 mil is always still a fan favorite from the last game. Things fans might not know about the last game. Originally we put out a concept art piece on the internet and people thought they saw a Loch Ness Monster in it. So as a little aside joke, we put stuffed animal Loch Ness Monsters hidden throughout the levels. We've done the same in this game. So if you can find them, then there you go.
I'm Mackie McCandlish, the single player design lead at Respawn. There's several things we've done with Titanfall 2 to really bring the game to the next level. We looked at the whole game and we kind of broke it down to its fundamentals. We stripped it and we built it back up again with new core principles in mind, like making a game where you can anticipate enemy action. Probably the most exciting thing for me in Titanfall 2. I mean, admittedly, the single player, just having it there is great for us. It's something we really wanted to do on the first game. Due to scope constraints and making sure we shipped a very solid game the first time, we had to take that work and put it aside, but it's been a great opportunity to take what we've learned about the Titanfall universe and bring it to single player and combine those concepts. For me, it's been a toss-up between Grapple and Phase Shift. They're both just so much fun in their own different ways. I've fallen in love with using the Grapple to slingshot myself around corners, or even really use like a Spider-Man move to pull myself to the ground when I'm getting shot at. Like I can use that to get out of conflicts where I don't have an idea of what's about to happen. So my favorite Titan has to be Scorch. Admittedly, I'm a little biased because I did some of the initial work. Definitely didn't do all the work. I did some of the initial work on Scorch, and I just love being able to kind of lead my targets and be rewarded for that when I can do a really long-range shot, especially if I nail a pilot that's like kind of poking out of a window. There's just, for me, nothing more satisfying. I'm very fortunate to work with very talented engineers, artists, and designers that were able to take our technology and build upon that using PBR and new lighting techniques to really elevate the scenes, and the artists have just taken the game to a whole nother level. We've really built upon what we learned on the first game to deliver a tighter and more cohesive and honestly just more beautiful package than before. So early in development, so we had core abilities in the first game, and one of the early ideas during design for this game was to really amp those up and make them an attack ability. And North Star's hover, his flight core, was one of the first ones to come online. When it originally went into the game, it couldn't move left and right because the designer was concerned that if the Titan could get on top of all these buildings, it was going to break the gameplay. Well, later, we took that and we amped it up a notch, and we made it one of his regular abilities. So he's always able to fly. And we just said, screw it, let's let him move around and not worry about so much getting on top of buildings. And it's become like one of the standout abilities of the game.